Howdy y'all, welcome back. We are back again tonight to play MAMIYA, A Shared Illusion of the World's End. And we are a little late. We are back a little later than usual because I had to move back into my dorm room before we start this winter semester. Break ends tomorrow actually. Right? No, it ends. Well, the last day is tomorrow. Yeah, so yeah, that's tomorrow. So I had to move back in. So, but I wanted to make sure that we play at least. We play the game at least today. So today we will be doing Morichika's route today. Um, I don't know how long it will take though. It might only take 2 hours. Um, that's all I plan to do. I don't plan to do more than Morichika's route if it takes 2 hours. So, um, yeah. So it says that Morichika Haruki prefers a fleeting, carefree life. He clashes with the concerned spectator. So let's begin. I chose to observe Morichika Haruki. Soon after I began looking for him, someone called me from behind. Hey there, Natsume. Morichika Haruki? What do you want? Come with me. You're not a student, are you? Of course not. I was feeling nervous, but went with him anyway. I couldn't know a chance to get on good terms with him again. Okay. Such a pain, you know. I mean, you got any idea what it's like to hang out with a bunch of kids who couldn't recognize a good time if it bit them in the ass? I think I know what you mean. You feel the same, don't ya? I mean, you gotta watch over some brats because of something Natsume said before he croaked. Not at all. They all good kids. I'm happy to be in their company. I was being honest there. Getting to be with them again was already a blessing enough. Morichika Haruki opened his eyes wide, then looked away and down his glass. Let's gamble. I gave him a surprised look. Gamble? But that's... I don't mean betting money. I just want to decide which of us pays for the night. See the dots over there? He pointed out a row of dartboards with various people playing on them. This was the so-called darts bar. But I've never played darts before. I'll hold back. Want to go or not? His provocative yet strangely alluring tone made it difficult to refuse it. Huh. Not too bad for a first timer. Deal's a deal though. Damn it. Let me try again. Just give me one more chance. Hey, you agreed to this fair and square, so get that money ready. Ugh. I was actually doing pretty good with just a bit of practice. For a moment, I genuinely believed that I had talent. But as I kept going, I went further and further away from the middle. Morichika Haruki, however, slowly but surely gathered his points. I started out in the lead, but by the 8th round, he created a great divide between us. The fact that he was actually holding back made me feel even worse. Do you play darts often? Occasionally, though mostly just to kill time. I'm dead broke, you know. Even now, I've only 100 yen to my name. He tapped at the pocket of his jeans. What he said filled me with shock. What would have happened if I won? I only pick fights I can win. He chuckled, though somewhat reluctant to held up the end of my bargain and paid our tab. There we go. We'll have to play a rematch someday. No way, dude. You got the touch. Morichika left his seat. The doorbell rang as he stepped outside. Left behind, I chuckled to myself thinking about how much he resembled a stray cat. So, where do you live? I hastily caught up with Morichika. The neon lights of the city suited him well. Huh? Nowhere, really. I just spend the night where I can. My eyes widen in shock again. Why are you so shocked? Like you read his story once. Like you should know this already. You you mean you staying with various women? As in many of them? Well, what's the matter to you? What's the matter to you? I grabbed him by his shoulders and shook him. You can't do that. That's immoral. You need to stop immediately. Clearly upset by my words, he pushed my hand away with a displeased look on his face. Okay, I forgot he was so pushy at the beginning of this. I'm like, that's me. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, here's a little something you should know about me. I hate it when people tell me what to do. He then tried to disappear into the night, but I grabbed his hand again. Huh? What? Come to my place then. If the only alternative is living with all sorts of different women, I think it'd be way more ethical for you to just stay up in my place. Oops. Wait, what the hell are you on about? I wouldn't mind. I sure as shit would. I ain't gonna let some guy take care of me. As if letting girls do it that isn't it better. Well, aren't you witty? He made a scummy grin, so I tightened my grip. You don't. That's right. You can't be this pushy. You can't be this pushy. You don't even have a home. You're not wrong, I guess. This pisses me off. Confirming that he understood my point, I smiled at him. I smiled and let him know where I live. My home was a simple city apartment. Spectators became conscious in this world as members of the nameless masses. When that happened, we were given backgrounds that suited us. For example, I was a 23-year-old stable member of society and had everything you expect someone like that to have. Excuse me. However, that was just a background. My home was relatively unfurnished and felt like nobody lived here. It didn't even have curtains. It's not much, I know. Morichika Haruki looked around and boldly took off his coat and handed it to me. There was too little to look at. White walls with white flooring, a white bed with a brown sofa, none else. Then organic fluorescent light reflected our awkward frames in the dark window. Oh, right. Give me a number. Huh? Remember when you forgot to come to the first meeting? I just needed in case. I needed just in case. Morichika Haruki clicked his tongue, but gave me his phone number regardless. I made it a policy not to answer when a guy's calling, so don't actually use it. Oh, okay. Wasn't a number I couldn't use basically the same as a number I didn't have? Guess I'll go to sleep then. You could just use the bed. I like this better. He then rolled up and got comfortable. Okay, good night. I turned off the light, but Morichika Haruki continued doing something on his phone for a while. It felt as though he didn't want me to see his sleeping face. As if to prove just that, Morichika Haruki disappeared with the first light. He was a man who did whatever he wanted. He hated staying in the same places or interacting with the same people. One day he would smile as if we were close, only to disappear the next morning. He was much like a brand of cigarettes he smoked. He would attract you with the fragrance, then vanish when the wind blew. Ooh, that's kind of poetic. Ugh. Eat your breakfast. Did you come here just to say that? His eyes told me to leave if that was the case. He shook me a bit, giving him time to walk away. I mean, did we go to mass together? He was such an he was such a reliable young man back then. These days, though, he was a general society who jumped from woman to woman. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Why are you so mean? It's kind of harsh. We were also roughly the same age now. Life's full of mysteries, I guess. I chuckle at the irony of it all. Good morning, Morichiga Haruki. The hell you following me for, dude? Well, for one, I have no friends. I'm impressed you could say that so proudly. So with that in mind, I was thinking of getting closer to you. He stuck out his palm in front of my eyes. Ah! And threw a hand chop at me. Go bother those 3 high school students then. You have a better time with you fellow brats. He took out a cigarette and lighter and began to smoke. I'm worried about you. Hey, give that back. This? You're already coughing way too often. You don't have to force yourself to smoke. Give that back. The very air around us changed. Oh, all right. You enjoy your tobacco. I won't say anything about him anymore. The moment I said that, he dashed toward the distant parking lot. Marty! He quickly put on his helmet, sat on the bike, and drove off somewhere. Left by myself, I simply stood there, gazing after him in utter shock. He ran away. I quickly snapped out of it, though. He come back here tomorrow. I was sure of it. He had nothing better to do anyway. Are you sure about that? Huh? He's still not here. The next day came, and so did this evening. Wait, could it be that? As if the light of the morning sun made me squint, I had no choice but to accept that he had been avoiding me. Oh, right. I saw the number you gave me. Hello, Morichiga Haru. Hello. I'm sorry, sir, but we only open at 11. Huh? Is that a payphone? Could you call us back later? Or is that a restaurant? Who is this? Oh, pizza place. Oh, where's Share, the pizza place? I ended the call and just stood in place. Morichiga Haruki! Let me take my Okay. Morichiga had always lived by his own rules. The only lead I had to find him was the fact that he often picked up women to leech from. If I interacted with various ladies there myself, I could maybe run into those who met Morichiga Haruki. Shinjuku, the metropolis of Tokyo. I made myself comfortable and waited at the place near the border of the residential areas and the neon-covered city. Are you okay? There was one. Going by her voice, she was used to talking to people. She probably worked in customer service. I slowly raised my hand and opened my eyes. Oh, this is probably that one girl. I can't remember what her name was. Oh. Our eyes met. I'm sorry, I happened to fall asleep here. That's okay. Can you stand? Doesn't look like it. I'm feeling a bit weak. Can you lend me a hand? I held on to her hand and fake having trouble getting up. Thank you. There we go. Wanna come over to my place? I accepted the offer with a smile. Here, have some water. Thank you very much. I had a quick look around the place. It was a self-locking apartment with one room. All in all, fairly standard for a young lady living in a big city. There were a ton of plush toys. She probably wanted a crane game. Now that I see you in good lighting, I'm glad you seem better than I thought. The woman, still holding a cigarette in one hand, made a smile that seemed to put me at ease. I promptly explained the situation to her. Haruki? You know him? Bingo. The lady who picked me up, Ayaka, yes, her name, reacted so strongly that the ash fell off the tip of a cigarette. Then tell him I want my money back. I've already wasted enough time trying to constantly remind him. Do you have him in your contacts? Of course I do. He calls me at least once every month. He always calls right when I'm about to delete his number. He just have some scary senses. She was more passionate about my investigation than I expected. Her grudge against Haruki must have piled up into quite a powerful force. Anyway, I now had his actual number, but could you do me a favor? I whispered something into her ear and immediately made her lips curl into a grin. No problem. I was relieved to see how eager and reliable she seemed. Good night, then. Huh? You going to sleep? Yes. I see. Oh, well, good night. That night, I slept using my trench coat as a makeshift blanket. I noticed in much, but the next morning I reached into my wallet and took out a few bills as thanks. Huh? You really didn't have to. I actually thought you were broke, so I really wasn't expecting this. As she kept mumbling, I tilted my head in confusion and offered her the money again. Ayaka, I'm counting on you today. Sure, leave it to me. I can't believe Haruki actually knows someone sensible. Gotcha. Why are you here? And where's the chick I'm supposed to meet? Ayaka has a shift today. There was confusion in his face. He had no idea why I knew Ayaka's name. But then Morichika Haruki quickly put two and two together. You little. I responded with a smile. This is my favorite part. This is one of my favorite parts of the thing. How he trapped him like this. I had Ayaka call Morichika Haruki this noon. Yeah. Haruki. Ayaka, what's up? I wanted to hear your voice again. How are you? Get to the point. There's no fooling you, I see. Actually, I had a fight with my boyfriend the other day. We broke up, so... Say no more. You free tonight? And that's how it went. Hand on head, he sighed deeply. Got him. The player just got played. Ah! So where have you been these past 2 days? Actually, I want to name the stream that. The player just got played. The player just got played. Okay. So where have you been these past few days? Nowhere. I was gonna go see Ayaka. You figure out the rest, he added. We walk around the nighttime streets, barely exchanging any words. I was basically following after him as he tried to run away though. The way he walked was rather strange. It was as though he was mixing with the crowd to become part of it. With him blending in so well, I had to be careful not to lose him. At first I thought he was just used to the city. Nighttime Shinjuku was like his backyard, and these ways of people meant nothing because he trusted this place. However, as I followed him, I realized that wasn't the case. It was the other way around. He trusted no one and nothing. Everyone else was the same in that regard. They prided themselves in being strangers and avoided contact. There was a dense mist cast over the night. Even still, people walked around as if seeking more density. We were welcomed by an air filled with exhaust fumes. I was close enough to touch him, and yet he continued wandering in complete and utter solitude. For a brief moment, Morichika Haruki turned my way. His refined amethyst eyes bored into me for less than a heartbeat. However, their beauty was soon hidden from the view the moment he looked away. I could somewhat understand how he felt. At their core, people were all essentially alone. We were surrounded by all this air, yet we still gasp for more. Morichika Haruki stopped for a moment to light a cigarette. I watched him do it, but said nothing. A trail of white smoke billowed up into the night sky, overlooking the tainted metropolis. In this town, the stars just didn't have the same shine they always did elsewhere. Hey, what do you want to do to me? The smoke danced within the darkness. Those words and the fire behind them made MAMIYA come to mind. I didn't want him to die. I want him to find happiness. I just want to know you. I want you to find happiness. I don't know if it really matters what I do. How many? I only have 13. I'm gonna have to save over some of these old ones. Oh, this room is cold. Wait, let me see if we can turn that L from this room. This room is cold. That thermostat seems to be stuck. Oh well. Should we just say what we wanted, what we was thinking? I just want you to find happiness. I want you to find happiness. That's it. I can't deny that. Sorry, but I don't do good with the heavy stuff. Saying that, he prepared to wave me goodbye, but I spoke up before he could. All right, let's drink. Huh? It's on me. Walking shoulder to shoulder, we stumbled into a local bar. Morichika Haruki made an annoyed scowl. Morichika Haruki, check this out. The hell? Gah! Jamila. Jamila? Who is that? What are you, 10? I haven't seen that in forever. Who's Jamila? I don't know who's Jamila. Jamila. I don't know who's Jamila. Our walker was unsteady. We laughed, we cried, we drank ourselves under the table. I hadn't had this much booze in, well, ever. But this idle body, though, it thankfully didn't cause much of an issue. Still drunk, we were walking around Tokyo. Grah! Ow. Hey, get up. Lend me a hand. Ah, you little. We pushed each other around and kept falling and getting bruised, but we laughed off regardless. Ow. I looked at my wrist. It was covered in bruises. Through the place where it was cut, I could see even deeper in. You wouldn't often get wounds like this as an adult. Every last piece of gravel stuck into the wound. Oh my gosh, ew. Ugh, that was graphic. Ugh. Every last piece of gravel stuck into the wound like it was a precious jewel in my eyes. I ended up carefully picking off each of them one by one. Ugh, that's so graphic. Cigarettes, huh? You always smoke them. Want one? Here you go. Whoa, you never smoked before? This is awful. Why would you do this to yourself? I hate smoke in real life. Ugh, I hate it so much. I've never smoked myself, but I can't stand the smell of smoke. I always have to hold my breath and run if I smell an inch of smoke within my vicinity. I hate it so much. Ugh. Not sure. It's a habit. I don't even know if I can even be friends with someone who smokes. Not that I have anything against people who smoke, even though I want to do it. I know it's unhealthy for yourself. I just could not be in the same area for too long as someone who's smoking. You have to smoke somewhere else because I can't get that in my system. I don't get why you want to smoke. You're only shortening your own lifespan. Who cares? I'm about to kick the bucket anyway. What? I said I'm about to die, so who gives a shit if I smoke or not? Before I realized that I punched him, my fist sank into his left cheek. I felt his scrawny skin on my knuckles. A loud sound followed, and he rolled into the nearby back alley. You piece of... When the Chikadoki got back on his feet and grabbed me by the collar, he then dragged me and punched me in the right cheek. His silver ring made a metallic sound. I felt pain in my teeth. You little... You think you're something just because we chilled, huh? I grabbed him and pushed him against the cold asphalt. We rolling around on the ground, trying to constantly gain an upper hand on each other. Shut up! You're the one that's wrong. Don't fucking order me around. I'm not gonna stop punching you to admit that you're wrong. Fine. Bring it on, asshole. Exactly how much time has passed since then? We were both exhausted to the point where our punches had long since lost all their power. Borichika Haruki. Why can't you understand? Hell if I know. How the fuck am I supposed to tell what's even going on in your head? You're a pain in the ass, so stop forcing your ideas on me. I ain't your kid. I ain't nothing to you. I don't think about you that way. Yeah, right. Oh, it's okay, Gabriella. It's only 30 minutes into the stream. I'm glad to see you here tonight, though. I'm streaming a little later, since I had to move into my dorm late today. So I just got back here like a little over half an hour ago. So we stream a little later than usual. But yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes. I like the scene where we get Ayaka to trick him to meet us, and I like this scene that comes after where, you know, they get drunk and they, you know, show their affection to each other in an unconventional way. Lying on the ground, we looked up at a small patch of the sky peeking out from between the buildings. The heavy, moist clouds seemed to almost be scolding us from above. It certainly made me feel a little apologetic. We had completely sobered up. Yeah, everything was fine. I didn't bring too much stuff with me back to my house, so I didn't have to bring too much back. I haven't unpacked, but it's not that much. What must I do to make you care for yourself? I don't want to do this. I don't want this. I don't want to see things I hold dear spiral down into self-destruction. And I certainly don't want them to whittle away and disappear. Aren't you being a little selfish there? It's my body, you know. Let me do what I want with it, Yulia. but you continue to smoke even though you're sick. Do you really enjoy living with such negligence? Yeah, I do. Hell, I can no longer live any other way. I gave up on pressing him further. Many things here just didn't sit right with me. I nearly told him it wasn't too late, and that he could still turn his life around if he tried. However, a part of me believed he was right. Others pushed their feelings and ideals onto him. He had been doing his best to live up to their expectations, and that drained him. As a heavy silence descended upon us, every breath you took seemed to be implying exactly that. I took a long, deep breath. Morichika Haruki, no doubt anticipating the second round, quickly got back up. His reaction made me chuckle as I shook my head and looked up at the dark, gray sky stretching above us. When's your birthday? I forgot that too. No, you didn't. It's in the spring. Spring? Is that why you called Haruki? I mean, with the Haru meaning spring and all. Oh, okay. I have to come back to the scene. Because every time they say stuff like this in an English translation of a Japanese game, I always have to see what was the original in Japanese. Like, did they say, I mean, what Haru meaning Haru and all? Because Haru is spring. So, like, how did the original Japanese write that? I want to know. I'm curious. I have to come back and look at that. Yeah. His listless response made me smile. Haruki, born in the spring. He looked at me in confusion. Yeah, and since Natsume means summer, I'm guessing that makes you a summer-born Natsume, huh? Oh no, I was actually born in the winter. Natsume, born in the winter. Yep, that's me. Winter-born Natsume waiting for the day he would see summer. I heave a sigh. The cold had already vanished. I can't wait for spring to arrive. You should celebrate your birthday when it does. Let's buy a cake and eat it with the others. I'm sure it'll be fun. We could get one now, you know. Huh? You said you were born in the winter, so why not buy a cake now? I guess that would make sense. Still, I'd like you to live way past 30. You still on that? You see, I have a little dream to reach my 40s with my friends and go mountain climbing on a day off. I want to make sure it comes true. Whatever, dude. That's sweet. I always love that scene. It's one of my favorites. Cut the inside of my mouth. My birthday, huh? Right. It was in the spring, wasn't it? Haruki? What? Do you really think you have what it takes to understand others? Do you truly believe that you can escape your loneliness? Shut up. Don't get your hopes up. You're so terrible. She is so terrible. I hate this so much. She's like one of the worst ones. She's one of the worst ones in my opinion. When you open your heart, your deepest, most vulnerable part will be quickly betrayed. Just shut the hell up already. I'm sick of listening to ya. She's one of the worst ones, for real. I mean, like, I don't think the other ones would. I mean, MAMIYA would be, well, Tojo's MAMIYA would be like, I love you. Ryo's MAMIYA would say, I'm your dad, and that children like you don't get to choose their parents. You know, something reasonable in Ryo's situation since he was born to an abusive family. You know, and then, what's his name? Suo's MAMIYA, I don't know, he just encourages his dreams. But this MAMIYA, she's always like, No one, no one can understand you. You can never love anyone. You should just keep your gifts to yourself. Like she's just terrible. She's just terrible. She's cute. She is. That is true. She is cute. But like, she's one of the worst manipulative. She has the worst manipulation. Which, that hurt. That irritates me so much. When did Haruki seem to have given up on me after the day we fought? I had given up on him too. The distance between us was neither great nor short, which seemed to suit us well. He was still smoking a cigarette while I was still following him around. That's all there was to it. I looked at his fingers holding the cigarette, occasionally tapping off the ash. They were white and bony. The silver ring was the most glaring feature. Oh, there was a red mark on one of them. Excuse me. It made me think of blood congestion. Had he lost the ring? Or had he perhaps thrown it away because of something? That would have been strange, considering it was something he held on to long enough for it to leave a mark. What could have happened to that ring? It's time. Yeah. See ya. You too. Morichika Haruki crushed the butt of a cigarette and disappeared onto the platform. He normally would use his motorbike, so why was he taking the train now? Who would he meet? And what was with that removed ring? Could it have been somehow related? I had no idea. The only thing I felt for certain was the smell of tobacco mixing with ambient noise. It reminded me of smoke. It reminded me of the cigarette I smoked at his urging. I'm back. I stepped in and had a look around. The room I had just greeted was completely barren of warmth. The silence here somehow became grating to me. With every breath, I realized that I was alone. The solitude seemed to be sinking into my heart. Morichika Haruki. I didn't want to give up on you. I wanted us to become good friends who could understand one another. But then I went and agreed with what you said. People could never truly relate to one another. We were all strangers carrying our own brand of loneliness. I never felt this lonely back when I was still alive. I had my family back home, and though I didn't talk much at school, I'd accept it as a place where I belong. But how is it now? I'm like a complete outsider. My voice bounced off the walls and almost made me want to cry. I was no longer part of this world. I was a spectator whose existence was forbidden. I didn't belong here. You call yourself lonely? Then what was I? Where did I belong? Where did I return to? Who are my friends? Where was the warmth? Where had I placed it all? It's all your fault. I couldn't stop thinking about the mark left by the ring. Even so, I'm doing my best to save him. Haruki? Shut up. Relax, Haruki. Don't you fucking show yourself to me. It's okay, you're not alone. Everything will be alright. Just call me by my name. Please. MAMIYA. Yes, good. I'm MAMIYA. And I'll always be here for you. Girl. So, how exactly did they become like that? You mean Haruki? You don't know anything, huh? And do you? Well, he's a liar, that's for sure. I wouldn't believe a word he says. But I do feel sorry for him. It's enough he set off my motherly instincts and hook hopeless women like me. No, it's enough to set off my motherly instincts and hook hopeless women like me. Come on, Ayaka, you're not hopeless. God. If only I fell in love with a guy like you, I would have become so happy. Let's have a couple drinks together. Wait, Natsume, you smoke? Oh, you mean this? I started it recently. Needed something in my mouth. In my mouth. I don't know anything about Marichiga Haruki. I remember the gentle light of the church. He was a little bashful, but treated me with kindness when I was a little boy. Oh, it's you. Huh? You're the one who sings off rhythm. Yeah, I was looking at the sheet again, but didn't really understand it. Are you practicing? Yes, I want to be better at singing. Aren't you diligent? And just like that, as the cross necklace dangled on his neck, he went and helped me practice. He was such a normal, commendable young man back then, so why did he end up like that? What happened to him between then and now? You could sing hymns, right? That's why you... Hey, can you teach me how to sing them too? I don't remember any. But you sang at Natsume's funeral. I forgot that too. Why are you so opposed to turn your life around? I close the distance between us. Are you just fond of being a self-destructive loner? I don't need to listen to your bullshit. You do. If I don't stop you here, you'll end up just getting taken by MAMIYA. I mean, like, Natsume, I understand where you're coming from. It's like, you gotta be a little too pushy. You mean, some people do need a harshness, you know, to get them to change, but I don't know. I feel like you can be a little more sensitive, Natsume. You can be a little more sensitive. But maybe he needs the harshness. Maybe it's just, maybe he needs the bluntness. I feel like he can be a little insensitive. I grab him by his clothes as though he kept him bound. I grab him by his clothes as though to keep him bound. Let me go. Don't pretend it's easy to live alone or that you just want to avoid getting chained down. I said let me go. You're just incapable of loving others. At that moment he bent forward. He seemed to reach for his boots, but then suddenly a knife appeared between his fingers. Oh my gosh. Calm down. How long had it been there? Oh gosh, I broke my nail. I hope I brought my nail clippers. I'll look for it after the stream. Gosh, I broke it. Yeah. It tore right at the part where the nail comes off. Like, it tore on top of the finger bed, the nail bed. Hopefully I can clean it up with my fingernail clippers if I brought them. The blade shone like the winter moon, The blade shone like the midwinter moon. Its faint glimmer made me gasp. Ha! I'll kill ya! I know you can't do that. Just leave me the hell alone. He charged at me, but was so full of openings I could make him drop the knife by simply landing a chop on his wrist. Ah! Before he could pick the knife back up, I kicked it aside. It slid far away with a metallic hiss. You son of a... Not giving him a chance to get up, I step on his hand. Oh my gosh. Get the hell off me. I stepped harder. He moaned and eventually gave up on struggling. You just running away. From me, from others, even from yourself. And you're only doing it because you're scared of being hurt. I wanted you to understand. I wanted to understand you. And I tried to think the way you do. But I felt like I felt like I was about to be consumed by your loneliness. I nearly vomited from the welling anxiety within me. Why would you choose to be in such a dark place? Get your foot off me. Why aren't you seeking warmth? Get it off. What happened in your past to make you like this? The thin layer of snow was melting. The crescent knife on the open asphalt was losing its glimmer. Even so, I believe in ya. Oh, look at him, he's crying. I'm serious. I took my foot off his hand and picked up the knife. Morichika Haruki, I believe you can love me. I held the knife in reverse. I believe it with all my heart and forced it into my own abdomen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I forgot about this part. A beautiful light was leaking in through a foggy window. Morichika Haruki squinted as the light fell upon him. His side profile carried a sense of sinfulness, like kissing thorns under divine light. I know, right? It's so romantic. But imagine he just left him there, though. I believe you can love me. Stabs himself, and then Morichika Haruki, finally, this guy's finally off my case. I can leave him now. And he left. That would have been very unfortunate. My grandma made Morichika Haruki stop reading. What is this place? An abandoned building. No one's using it, so that's where I spend some of my nights. I see. I love his how do I get rid of this thing? Okay. I love his trench coatless outfit. He looks so dapper, so dashing in his shirt and tie. I love it. For a second I thought I was in heaven. Don't be ridiculous. It was indeed an abandoned building. It looked like it could collapse at any moment, which I admittedly found a little scary. However, that very unpredictability felt like a representation of Morichika Haruki himself. Thanks. Huh? You fixed up my stomach. Yeah. Did you think I would die? Stop talking, damn it. Should've just left you there. I'm glad you didn't. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love them so much. I was right to believe in you. I'm pretty tough, but it was still a huge gamble. Man, you were a piece of work. As I expected, the wound itself wasn't that bad, and a bit of sleep was enough to put me back into good health. Boy, am I hungry. When Ichigo Haruki looked at me as if he couldn't believe what I had just said, I grinned back at him in response. Sorry, unlike you, I'm pretty stubborn. The leather sofa was full of overused springs. I'm listening to the song right now. Wait, this version has all the songs. Um, you can go listen to all the songs, right? They have like a section where you can go and listen to the songs. So I can finally go and search these songs up, or at least listen to them if I won't be able to search them up somewhere else. I should after this I should go and look and see what songs I have so far. It couldn't take that much of an impact, and the toughness made me grimace. When Ichika Haruki was lying on the sofa as if he was used to it. He was also smoking as if to rest his soul. Smoke filled the dark room. The only thing to break the silence was the droning sound of some boring program on the radio. What were the hosts saying? I didn't even care. But I couldn't be bothered to turn it off now. Shiny flakes of dust floated around the room. The way they sluggishly drifted through the air made it seem like they were tired. The sense of fatigue here made me feel comfort, unlike any I felt before. Got a drink? He gave me some canned cola. Oh, let's take it. Why would I refuse? I took it and promptly cracked it open. The can made a pleasant sound and pop before I released the carbonated drink. Stopping its flow with my lips, I began hastily drinking it up. The particular atmosphere of this abandoned building, it being the winter time and the cold cola combined to hit me like a few things could. Once I finished my first sip, I looked to the side for no reason at all. There, I saw the face of a talented, beautiful young man. Was the future bright or clouded in darkness? It no longer mattered to me. All that mattered now was the present. As long as I enjoyed the present, I felt like I didn't need to worry about anything. This must have been what Morichika Haruki I learned long ago. Hey, stop that. We played around, drank some cola, then collapsed on the tough, plain sofa. There was no need for words. I brought my face close and smiled. Only we could hear each other's laughter. Only we could hear each other's laughter. The blood from my stomach, his ever coughing respiratory system, none of it mattered to me anymore. Oh, Pompeii by Josh Woodward. I've never heard of that person or that song before. Oh. It was released in 2010. Nice. He has a nice voice. I like his and his playing. The playing is so soft. The acoustic guitar is so soft, and the way he sings is it complements the softness of the guitar. None of it mattered to me anymore. I already read that. We were in a place where we could afford not to care about such things. We just had to spend the day having fun. It was fine if the future was bleak. Come what may, it was okay. There was only one thing we wished for. We wanted the taste of cola. I woke up shivering in the cold. I checked the time to see that it was 6 in the morning, the coldest time of the day. Morichika Haruki. I crawled up from the floor and looked at the sofa. Morichika Haruki was sleeping peacefully. He was sleeping face. Careful not to wake him up and touch his hair. It's my first time seeing it. I saw his eyelids quiver. Oh my gosh. Is it just me, or have you been smelling of tobacco as of late? Huh? Really? Wait, do you actually smoke? It's just secondary smoke. Stop lying, dumbass. You were actually right, Tojo. Guy started smoking recently, so feel free to be disillusioned with him. Hey, don't say that. Huh? Besides, I'm not an addict or anything. I only smoke every now and then, not all the time. Oh, you're enjoying it in moderation. That's so mature. Whoa, hold up a second. That's not how you reacted to my smoking. Oh, for real? I want to see it, please. Can you send that to me? If you find it, I would love to see that. I love Tojo's reaction to Natsume. It seems like no matter what Natsume says, like he could just find a way to be impressed by it. Jesus. Don't force yourself to smoke if you can't handle it. Are you worried about me? No. God damn it, I said I'm not worried. So stop smoking. I can't believe you the one saying that now. Now I understood. The only way to keep Morichika Haruki in check was to hurt myself. We were in church. It was a place he hadn't visited no matter how many times we meet up. His expression, combined with the way he was sitting in the position of his hands, made it seem like he was praying. You can't smoke here. What are you, a priest? Well, I guess you're much like one. The warm evening fell over the church. The divinity of its glow made me feel as though this place was closer to heaven than any other. Morichika Haruki looked at me like I was dazzling. The faint hint of sorrow in his eyes nearly made me gasp. You always used to sit over there. I remember thinking that there was a certain desperation in the way you prayed. What are you talking about? Nothing. I was like, hey, wait a second, what do you mean by that? You must be talking about Naruki. I said Naruki. Is Naruki their ship name? Naruki. But Natsume, I meant to say Natsume. You must be talking about Natsume's Soichiro. It's nice. So he would always used to sit and pray on the other side. Forget I said anything. Morichika Haruki, let me grant you a miracle. To me? Who else? You're no god. That's true, I'm no god. But I can at least pray for your good fortune. And that's supposed to be a miracle? Well, I'm pretty lucky if I do say so myself. Seriously? You gotta be kidding me. That's so not the impression I'm getting from you. But I did meet you. And what's that if not a miracle? Harunatsu. I like Harunatsu better. I like how it goes Harunatsu. I like that. You're so embarrassing. I guess I am. Sorry. Pouting his lips, Morichika Haruki fell silent. You probably won't find it easy to believe in miracles. But if you take a slightly better look and find it in yourself to believe that you can cause miracles, I'll give you my protection. If I can believe in myself. Morichika Haruki reached into his coat pocket and took out a silver cross necklace. He brought it to his lips and took a deep breath. At times, his closed eyes occasionally opened. At others, he closed them so tight it seemed almost like he was grimacing. Some time passed, and when he finally opened his eyes, they looked right at me. I'm ready to believe. I believe in this shitty world and whatever God there is. I believe in the miracles I missed out on, and you, and myself. So please, grant me a miracle. Oh. Thanks. Thank you, Morichika Haruki. Don't worry. It'll be okay. I'll lead you to happiness no matter what. Oh, thank you so much. I'll check it out after the stream. Well, after I finish his story. Hey, you okay? Yeah, it's nothing to... Morichika Haruki? I started rubbing his back as he crouched down. We need to find you a doctor. Pipe down, this ain't no big... Shut up, grab my shoulder. Come on, cheer up already. No one asked me to take you. No one asked you to take me here. Excuse me. Good thing the zoo had a medical office, huh? Don't make such a big deal out of it. See what I mean? They let you use this place, so get some rest before leaving, okay? Huh? Did he fall asleep? He must have been really exhausted. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the slightly open window as the thin curtains danced in the air. There she is, the queen in all her glory. They revealed a girl. Hello. You, MAMIYA. Shh. She put a finger over my lips, forcing me into silence. Shh. Silence before the queen. Don't make noise. You wouldn't want to wake him. Why did you show yourself to me? Well, I wanted to see what kind of person you were. Or you could say that I came to eliminate the pesky virus that so insisted on saving Haruki. The smell of antiseptic made my body feel heavy. So I'm the virus here now. You're the one leading Morichiga Haruki to certain death. Make no mistake. It's not my intention to make him suffer. If anything, you're the one who's forced him to live when he himself has given up. You're forcefully extending his life. Do you think he wants a life of being hooked up to tubes? Do you really think that this world is superior to the trichiliocosm? You don't even know his pain. Oh, showdown. Let's see. I love the showdown sprites. Let's see. What was the log? You don't even know his pain. Okay, that's the question. I don't even know his pain. Don't say something so cruel. I don't, this doesn't make any sense to me. I do. Oh, but I do. But your relationship to him is so insignificant. I'm a spectator. I know him better than an illusion like you. My, how insolent. I won't abandon him. I'll save him and make sure that a being like you has no chance to worm themselves into his life. She sounded a high-pitched laugh. I felt like I was listening to a broken toy. You are welcome to try. The strong breeze made me close my eyes. I could feel a light shining over my eyelids. And when I opened them, that's it. I feel like, did I click the wrong answer? If I clicked another answer, would it give me more options to talk to her? That was quick. That was quicker than than Tojo's. Don't say something so cruel. Oh, is it though? Her acting so nonchalant made me grind my teeth. What about you? Do you realize how hard he is? Do you realize how hard he's trying to live? There are problems that make his life a burden, yet he does his best to reach a compromise with this world. Can't you see it? Are you really going to render his struggles meaningless? There's something wrong with a world where one has to struggle. I don't really want him to struggle. After all, he's already done more than enough. Even so, if he dies, it's all over. That boy's very good at bringing himself closer to death. Are you going to deny him his way of life? Oh yeah, okay, so I did miss out on some more options. Good, okay. His way of life is wrong. I'll live the way he does. I feel like we should choose this one because it's kind of like what we're doing right now, right? We stabbed ourselves. We started smoking to deteriorate our body to get Omori Chica to realize what it's like to love someone. Since he can't love himself, he's trying to get him to love someone else. And instead of you probably have heard the biblical command, love your neighbor as yourself. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. He's doing the opposite, like thou shalt love yourself as thy neighbor. So now if he, as a neighbor, gets him to love him, maybe he can learn to eventually love himself after he finds an object of love. Um, so yeah, I think this is what he wants to do, right? I will live the way he does. The way he does. You have no flesh and look like a child. That's something you can't do. Please don't say that he's very good at bringing himself closer to death. He may live his life moment to moment, but that's exactly why he values it. So what will you do? Do tell me, Haruki's friend. What exactly will you do? I will take your place. I will take your place. You don't even have a body. I can easily replace you and become someone who understands him. She sounded a high-pitched laugh. I felt like I was listening to a broken toy. You're welcome to try. The strong breeze made me close my eyes. I could feel the light shining over my eyelids, and when I opened them, Morichika Haruki was nowhere in sight. Morichika Haruki? Oh, that's different. Wait, that's different. Wait. That's different. That's different. At the end of the other one, hold on, let me go back to this. He was there still. Oh, okay, interesting. Is this going to two different places? Wait, let's read this and see. What's up? Huh? Huh? There was just are you sleeping or something? Come on, I feel fine now. Let's go. Oh, okay. I left the empty medical office without even turning back. I may not know where your happiness lies, but I don't mind if it's not with me, as long as you find peace. I can sleep well enough to hear the choirs of angels. Even if you don't need me, at least let me wish you a good night. Oh, that's different. This is different. Wait, it's different. This is completely different because the next scene took me to Ayaka. Now we're going straight to the church. Interesting. Wait, that's different. Wait, I'm gonna just continue the rest of this and see how it goes, and then we'll go back to the other one and see how that one goes. This is different. The other ones, when I chose the different options for Tojo, it wasn't different, but this was different. Tokyo, during the year in which the world was prophesied to end. The fourth Friday of the final month was, the fourth Friday of the final month of the year. Matsume's memorial mass ended and the participants went to his grave. Morichika Haruki was standing against the wall in front of the church, listlessly looking up at the sky. Hi. Did you pick an item? I wouldn't be in this goddamn place if I didn't. I guess that's true. The memorial mass, huh? I didn't think I'd ever meet him again. I heave a sigh of relief, knowing that this enigmatic young man who drifted from place to place like smoke seemed to finally set his feet firm on the ground. Let's just go. Yeah, let's go visit Natsume's grave. The public cemetery was in an open area some distance away from the church. Various graves were lined up in a clouded area sprinkled in green. We stopped in front of one. It was just like all the others, lacking any distinguishing features. And it belonged to Natsume Soichiro. In other words, me. My favorite line again. A strong gust of wind blew past us. Even so, Monichika Haruki walked to the grave with a steadfast pace, looking firm and resolute. What he'd chosen to give Natsume was a cross necklace. The cross necklace? Yeah, I don't need it anymore. But why? Don't get it wrong, I'm not being pessimistic. There ain't no God. I knew that all along, and felt it repeatedly in the hospital bed. Even still, I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of this thing. I needed something to cling to, but I no longer do. It's my turn to give someone happiness. Monichika Haruki grasped the necklace tight before placing it on on Natsume's coffin. Goodness. So does this mean that... Shut up! We're done here, let's go. But wait! Seemingly embarrassed, Monichika Haruki quickly walked away, but his positive thoughts made me so happy that it almost hurt. Yeah, from now on, you'll live your life, live the rest of your life, making plenty of other people happy. I'm sure he'll be glad. We looked back at Natsume's coffin one last time before raising our faces and walking away. Let's go, Monichika Haruki. I could tell you not to follow me around, but you'll come along anyway, won't you? You know me too well. Wanna go grab a drink? As long as you pay for it. Sure, but only if you beat me at billiards. Bring it on. I had no idea what awaited us beyond the hill, beyond the end of the story. However, don't worry. I'm sure you'll draw up a wonderful world. I believe in you. Come on, hurry up. You won't have time to practice. You didn't let me practice at all when we played darts. Shut up. Let's just go. Good grief. Let us go then and find out what awaits us beyond that light. Ending. Sighed Morichika Haruki. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure this kind of ending made your friend happy? Alright. You may just enjoy bathing in your happiness without knowing the truth, spectator. Are you sure? Are you sure indeed that this is the ending you were waiting for? Always trying to get us to doubt. MAMIYA. Always, always, always. Okay, so let me go back and see what's different. So he went missing in this one, which I'm confused about. Haruki? I'm not sure. He didn't come to me. I see. Thank you. Where? Who are you? I spent all day running around Shinjuku, and by the time I found him, it was well into the morning hours. I believe he went missing in the original. So, is he gonna go missing, we find him, and we go back to the graveyard like the end, or something different gonna happen this time? The early morning sun seemed to burn my eyes. I looked down at him, barely breathing. He was like a tattered piece of cloth. Don't you have anything to say? Get me a cig. Just get me a cig. I took a cigarette and a light out of my pocket. Could we get this CG? And smoked it myself. Hey. It had begun to snow. The first light of morning illuminated us both. The snowflakes danced in the wind, taking the scent of tobacco with them. Hey. Stop fucking smoking. Doesn't suit you, damn it. And Whose fault do you think that is? Huh? You. You the one who got me into it. The smoke stung my eyes. The morning light shone cruelly over Morichika Haruki's emotionless face. It's all your fault. Are you an idiot? I already know what goes on in your head. Don't try to disappear just to avoid feeling lost. You know how painful it is. So why do you force it onto others? I mean, There was a plastic bag next to him. That was odd. He rarely had things with him. Had he actually bought something? What's this? Oh yeah, I remember this. This was nice. I remember this. Open it. I opened the plastic box in the bag. There was a messy mix of fresh cream and some sponge-like inside. What's this? A cake. I was puzzled. This was so unlike him. Are you trying to quit smoking by switching over to sweets? It's for your birthday, dumbass. His words shocked me like nothing else. He remembered it? You should look after yourself too. Oh, I love this. I loved this ending. I was at a loss for words. Before I knew it, had become dark, and soon enough, and enough snow had fallen over Tokyo to be blanketed in white. We lied on the fresh snow. The two of us were parallel with the silent road. We could see the moon and skies above. We had no idea when a car would come, but we just lied and silently breathed. By doing so, we felt like we became one with the air, and our worries were dispersed. Sing something for me. Huh? You know, like a birthday song. Screw you. Oh, okay then. I began singing to myself. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear me. How about you sang instead of laughing? Nah. The snow fell on our faces. They were like stars. Silence. The traffic light was shining orange. The snow took the light, reflecting it. It was winter, but the surroundings were now covered by a warm color. My vision turned blurry from the tears, making it seem like the city lights were sparklers. Happy birthday, Natsume. Happiness. You and me, we both just wanted happiness. Oh man, this cig tastes like shit. Didn't matter if I was basically like walking garbage. I just wanted to sleep. Within the stagnant air, free of any kind of thrill. I didn't care if it just turned me to dust. I didn't care if I couldn't get up. I just wanted to sleep without fear of death. Without the fear of death. Oh, now we got the achievement. Final smoke. Truly connected with Haruki. So this is the true ending. Okay. Everything else should be the same, right? Okay. Oh, so is it not confirmed that that's not actually... I mean, is it not confirmed that that is actually Natsume's birthday? I thought that was actually Natsume's birthday. Well, I don't know if that day's... Okay, I didn't know if that day specifically was Natsume's birthday, but I thought he was telling the truth that his birthday was in winter. I thought he was telling the truth that his birthday was in winter. That's not confirmed. We only have an hour and 20 minutes into the stream, so I feel like I want to just go ahead and do those right now. Oh, okay. But it's just not 100%. It's not 100% concrete. Okay, yeah, about that scene. That scene. I mean, I kind of feel like it is. I'm like, Natsume said, "Oh, you remembered," as if I'm pretty sure he would have said, "Oh, my birthday ain't today though," if he brought it on a different day. I feel like him saying, "Oh, you remembered," meant that, oh, that was the day. It makes sense to me. I feel like it's not even a headcanon. I feel like that's just makes sense. um, I kind of want to do Kikuchirios though right now, since we only have an hour and 20 minutes in the stream. I could do another one. It would only take about an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, we'll probably do two in one. But first, let me go and look at that animation that you sent me. Okay. Okay, let me read it. 最近タバコ少ない? Okay. Cute. Oh, let me read it. 僕も行くついてくるな. Wait, wait, I can't read. やべえ、登場だ. Oh, 登場. 最近タバコ吸いな. Oh, kusai na. Kusai. That's the kusai. Never mind. Not sui. Kusai na. That's the kanji for kusai. No. Morichika Haruki. Oh, that's the kanji for his name. I didn't even know that. Morichika Haruki Yaritakute. Oh, that's his kanji. So it's the kanji. I don't know the kanji beforehand. I think I know the Mori kanji, but Haru is spring. The key is fire. No, never mind. This is not right. That's not Morichigaruki. Never mind. That's not true. This is this is Hanabi. This is firework. Oops, I was wrong. Never mind. やりたくて、キャンドルに火をつけたくて. Cute. I'm gonna have to listen to the song closely, so I can like get the full experience of the meme. I'm not good at Japanese listening, so I'm gonna rewatch that so I can see if I can pick up what they say in the background. But it is cute. That was cute. I like it. Thank you for showing me that. I think it is. I don't think that. Yeah, I realized that the kanji I was looking at was not the right kanji. I kind of thought it was. I thought that hana, the kanji for hana, flower, was the kanji for haru, so I misremembered. But yeah, mori is forest in Japanese, like in Dobutsu no Mori, which is animal forest or Animal Crossing. That's the official name of Animal Crossing. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it was cute. Okay, we can do Kikuchirio right now. Kikuchirio's life is suffused with violence. The spectator attempts to involve himself. Let me see. Hold on a second. MAMIYA TV tropes. Oops. Okay, TV tropes doesn't have the kanji on them. Morichika Haruki. Oh yeah, okay. So he has the kanji for Mori, which is um, forest. Chica, which is Nia. Haru, spring. And then this key. I don't know what this key. I think, is the key just tree? I know it's spelled differently, but I think it's the same kanji. It's just has different spelling. Wait a second. English dictionary. Come on now. Yeah, okay, it's just the kanji for tree, but it's spelled with a different kanji. Okay, so it's basically like near the forest, that's his last name, and then spring tree is his first name. Cute. Okay, Kikuchiryo. Let's stop. We have time. I chose to observe Kikuchiryo. Thus, I began to look around for him, eventually finding myself in an alley. Huh? Isn't that him? What's he doing here? Just as I was about to call out, a man standing next to Ryo swung his fist at him. Before I even had the chance to yell out a warning, he ducked out of the way and delivered a kick that sent the man staggering backwards. Huh? As the man fell, he followed up with an intense elbow strike to his face. I was so dumbfounded that I could do nothing but watch as Kikuchiryo swept the sand off of him. It took me a second to beat up a guy twice his size. As he sighed and prepared to leave. Ooh, excuse me. As he sighed and prepared to leave, he noticed me staring at him. Oh, even from a distance, I could tell that our eyes had met. His were extremely hurt. Wait! Well, there he goes. Okay. Come on, let's do karaoke today. Huh? But we went there yesterday. Go by yours. Oh. Oh, sorry. It's fine. What the hell? That was creepy. I have no shift today. Guess I'll go to the supermarket or something. Hey, what's with that guy? Huh? The one in the trench coat? Maybe he's a detective. That'd be way too cliched. Trench coat? He's here for Minato, not me. I'll just go. Oh, Kikuchi! Oh, Kikuchi! Wait, that's probably how you're supposed to say it. Oh, Kikuchi! When I wave my hands at him, Kikuchiryo froze up. What does he want with Kikuchi? Now that I look at him, he looks kinda shady too. What's with all the noise? What do you want? Huh? I just thought I'd come and see you. I moved my bangs away, making people run this racial voices for some reason. For some reason, not because you fine yourself and that you, just stunned all the crowd around you. Just come with me. I want to see an animation of Natsume flipping his bangs in the wind and having like Bishi sparkles around him and all the students in the background like, oh, he's so hot. He grabbed me by the arm and dragged me away from the school gate. Is this about yesterday? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, weren't you disappointed in me? I ended up resorting to violence back there. I'm just in the background. Me too. Oh no, that's not it. I figured I would start seeing you off to school from now on, and then pick you up as well, of course. You get attacked because you're alone, but I'm an adult. With me around, it'll be harder for people to get at you. Are you a dumbass? Huh? I thought it was a pretty good plan. A lanky guy like you would just get snapped in half. Lanky? But, but I'm an adult. Do what you want. See? It worked. We were just lucky. You also get extra bargain goods when I'm here. That's true. As he fell silent, I put the toilet paper at the door with a broad smile and turned around. Well, Kikuchi, bye-bye. Though he didn't look too happy, he still saw me off as he left the residential area. To me, Natsume Soichiro, Kikuchi-ryo was like the protagonist of a story. You probably didn't remember it, but you are the same in once. I kept quiet about it because you call it hypocrisy, but on that day you were so cool that I kept wanting to become like you. Spring. I, Natsume Soichiro, had my money taken from me. Huh? What are you looking at? No matter what he was told, the young man didn't stop giving them a beast-like glare. Answer me when I'm talking to you! One of the men surrounding me raised a fist. Ugh. Kikuchi dodged it with little to no effort, slipping to the man's side and punched him square in the jaw. Gah! Ah. The brilliance of the battle that followed was such that I, merely seated in place, felt as if the world had been sped up. This is such a shoujo scene. I didn't realize it before, but this is such a shoujo scene. Like, usually, like in a shoujo, you might see, like in a romance high school shoujo anime, you might see a girl being picked on, and then this delinquent guy comes up who's like a tsundere, beats up, or maybe even a kudere. He could be a kudere as well, kind of like Kikuchi. He's a mixture of a tsundere and kudere to me. He comes up, beats them, and then walks away without saying anything, and the girl's like, and then has a crush on him from that day forward. This is such a shoujo scene. His movements were graceful, agile, nimble, as I did my best to follow each and every one of them. The dark-skinned youth was soon the only one left standing. This is such shoujo! This is shoujo! Oh my gosh. I can wait. The two of them standing together in the middle of spring like it is right now with the cherry blossoms blowing in the wind. The guy, Natsume's on the ground, looking up while the delinquent Kikuchi's looking back at him, and they looking at each other, staring while their hair blows in the wind, their coats blow in the wind, and the sakura petals flying around them. This is such a perfect shoujo scene. Um, Thank you so much. The next moment, I felt a dreadful chill down my spine. The young man's intense, fiery gaze bore into me. We locked eyes for a second, then he went off. The last thing I remembered about the encounter was the flower petal that landed on my the flower petal that landed on my nose. That is most definitely a sakura petal. Oh my gosh. I'm back. Midori? Midori, you're late, Ro. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting? I'm back. A wound? What happened? He was surprised for a moment, then slipped his hand behind him. Nothing. You're making a mountain of a molehill. You didn't even fight yesterday, so why? Who cares? Anyway, there's another sale today. Haze are for cheap. Come. It was clear that he was avoiding the subject. Did you at least treat it? It might swell if you leave it like that. Was it caused by a blow or did you sprain it? Jesus, get off my back. Maybe, but if I don't know the cause, it's got nothing to do with you. There's nothing you can do. The bitter expression on his face seemed all too familiar. That's all the more reason not to ignore it. Don't say something so irresponsible. It's not like I'd have anywhere else to go. I mean, I could probably get on my own just fine. But what about Midori? How can I support the both of us? Kikuchi-ryo. There you are. I finally found ya. We were suddenly faced with the man we avoided yesterday, along with a few others behind him. It ain't like you to run, Kikuchiro. Well, I turned to Natsume. I'd say his full name every time his name appears on the screen. Kikuchi. There's a certain someone that won't rest until we teach you a lesson, you know. Natsume! His yell jolted me back to reality. Crap! I was left all alone and surrounded. Kikuchiro was experienced enough to know the odds and insolent ran. He was already pretty far away. Feeling like I had to run, I tried to move, but then my vision was distorted. Ah! Hey, Natsume! My focus was off. My feet barely supported me. Ro! Run away! Forget about me! I shouted as hard as I could, but before I could finish, someone smacked me in the back of the head and knocked me unconscious. Please, please let Kikuchiro escape. Let him find a path in life where he wouldn't have to resort to violence he hated so much. It was cold. I woke up to the feeling of droplets touching my cheek. I was still in half a daze and could only see the ground. I once again felt the cold sensation on my nose. Looking up, I saw a man's hand ahead. There were several other men lying on the ground, and beyond the cold was Kikuchiro standing all by himself. Ooh. The first snowfall had arrived. My consciousness returned into an instant. Kikuchiro? Hadn't he escaped? The dry, ceaselessly falling snow made the fresh blood look all the more beautiful. Kikuchiro! I called out to him as loud as I could, and the leopard looked at me from beyond the veil of snow. Leopard. Do leopards have golden eyes? Let me see. Leopard. Oh, they do. Natsume, you seem okay. The closer I came, the stronger the scent of iron became. Why? There's blood. Blood! Oh, this? I just cut my head. Don't worry about it. His words didn't reach me. I only saw red, and the smell of blood had robbed me of all sense of reason. Hey, you're all pale. I was overcome by regret. It's my fault. You only came back because of me. You could have avoided them if I hadn't been here. Natsume, I said I would protect you, but look at me now. After all you've done for me, I'm still just... My voice rang out in the dry air. Meanwhile, the snow had yet to show any sign of letting up. 2 ancient men, both covered in blood, was just standing in place, doing nothing. I wanted to change. There was no point in having the body of an adult if you still retained the soul of a child. I wanted to close the gap between me and my body, even if only by a little bit. I wanted to become the kind of 23-year-old adult who could protect him. I woke up feeling different from normal. I wasn't sure if it was caused by the wounds, but my consciousness felt strangely clear. Anyway. Hey. Haven't seen you in a day. Are your wounds alright? Natsume. Sorry I couldn't contact you. Anyway, let's go. Alright. Kikuchiro stopped in place, making me tilt my head in confusion. It's nothing. Did you go to school with that wound? It's fine. I sterilized it. The huffy look in his eyes made me feel like I was the only one taking this serious. There was no way sterilizing it was enough. I had to treat him myself, urging him to go to the hospital. He will never go to the hospital, so we had to treat him our own self. I'll treat you myself. I pulled out some bandages from my shopping bag. I brought them as replacements, but if he had none to begin with, he needed them right away. I made Kikuchiro sit on a nearby bench, then kneel before him and spread out the bandage. Keep still. He seemed discontent, but didn't actually try to stop me from treating him. Here too. You're making such a big deal out of it. Well, I'm not gonna let these bandages get recycled to next year's Halloween props. They should be used as intended. That's what's best for both me and the bandages. Smiling at his awkward expression, I made him roll up his sleeve. He had an astonishing amount of scars covering his body. Hurry up. Huh? Oh, right. No everyday high school student had this many wounds. What kind of life was he leading? He hated violence, but he was completely surrounded by it. He kept going for his sister's sake, though, even if no one understood him. That tickles. Bear with it. I love seeing the rare moments of his smile. I love it so much. I really love the rare moments of a Kikuchi smile. What a strong, proud, and lonely person. Once I was done treating all the wounds that stood out, I could feel the temperature within me drop. Natsume? Here, I bandaged your wound. You can go now. But you... The young man was as sharp as you'd expect. He noticed. I'm alright. As if. Look how lanky you are. Let's split up then. That'll make him split up too. He probably believed they would target him. Come on, Midori's waiting for you. It was why I urged this line of thinking. Make some good for her. Make some good food for her. You better show up tomorrow. When he lightly pulled out the collar of my trench coat, I simply smiled back at him. Aww. Aww. He cares. He cares. As I walked towards a silent, empty area, they followed right after. It was exactly what I wanted, for them to go after frail old me. I know who you are. They were members of the Nameless Masses, nothing more. I know where you work and where you live. Finding out their details was easy. It wasn't due to my role as a spectator, but rather the fact that I was a 23-year-old adult working as a detective. Don't underestimate adults. I felt my fingers become chilly. I noticed myself becoming awfully cold-hearted from time to time. Affected by my body, I felt a taste I had known in life spreading within my mouth. It was what I had wished for, to become a collected adult who had the power to protect. I gave the name Natsume to a fellow member of the Nameless Masters, and the background now began to follow. I was a detective with a knack for investigation. I couldn't stop my soul from growing closer to my body. Midori, do you have any handkerchiefs? I put them in the froggy bag. Snacks to share with everyone? I have Momiji Manju. Did you get everything? Are you sure? Are you really going to be okay? Maybe I should go with... Jeez, you're being annoying. I mean, sleepovers are a big deal. I'll be fine. Can you sleep alone? Call me if you feel lonely. Is this the right address? Come on, I said I'll be fine. I'm going. Stay safe and remember to greet the parents. Midori, I peeled the oranges for you. Oh, right. She's staying over at Mika's place. I don't have a shift today, so I guess I could always go to her if I needed. if needed. I've got nothing to do though. Hello. Natsume, sorry for calling you like this. No problem. I'm actually glad you did. So what's up? I'm preparing for the worst. Smoking like a true older brother. What are you doing all this time? Nothing. So were you watching TV or something? No. Just sitting around. I've been at it for 8 hours now. I could never just sit and do nothing for 8 hours. Just nothing at all. Just waiting for Midori to just call. He is so hyper vigilant. Have you eaten? Skipping food for a day isn't a big deal. Yes, it is. Aren't you hungry? I could even skip 3 days if I really wanted to. Are you fasting? Is this a religious thing? You still in your growth spurt, so why? I don't like eating. It grosses me out to have something enter me. I brought some strawberry donuts though. That's different. Oh, look at that. I love the way he just lit up. I crack a smile when Kikuchiro's eyes lit up. He's so cute. I'll cook some food for you. He looked at me with his cheeks full of donut. I imagine him, the way he looks at him with a cheek full of his donut. It reminds me of like a squirrel who's like stuffed his cheeks full of acorns, and they just look up after they have their little hands nibbling at they just nibble at their hands and they look up with their cheeks full of acorns. That's how I imagine him. He's so cute. I'm quite the cook, you know. I'll whip you up something so good it'll make you forget you ever had a fear of food. You ever had a fear of food. Kikuchi made a face like he had just swallowed something bitter. How rude. Ah, just watch me. There. Done. Chicken balontini with special veggies and salmon with fruits. Wait, I had to say the French accent. Chicken balontine with seasonal veggies and salmon and fruits en papillote. It makes it sound even fancier. Papi what? I was about to repeat myself, but he stopped me. Papillote. You're gonna charge me for this, aren't you? I'm not touching it then. What? Do I look like some kind of shaded scam artist to you? Well, fine. I guess I'll try it. Who would cook a home cooked meal like that and charge someone for it? That's so terrible. Thanks for the food. You're welcome. Cleaned your plate, huh? Well, you went and made it for me, so, you know. And did you like it? Yeah. You did? I'm so glad. I can make more for you some other time if you want. Sure, that'd be nice. Kikuchiro, after this oh god. I'm home. The pleasant mood vanished in an instant. I could tell the voice had set a chill down Kikuchiro's spine. His eyes opened wide. You have to leave. Now. Huh? I brought your shoes here. What? Wait, shouldn't I leave through the front door? Go this way. He pointed out the window. Are you serious? Ro, you home? Just go already. Looking visibly panicked, he ended up basically pushing me out through the window. Hey, Kikuchiro! Before I could finish, the window had closed. His mother had come home, and he knew I wanted to say something to her. Jeez, you didn't have to throw me out into the cold like that. Bothered by the cold gravel under my socks, I hastily slipped on my shoes. I told you, didn't I? Oh, is he beating them up right now? I told you to leave Kikuchiro alone. come on, dude. You're being unreasonable. Unreasonable? Look who's talking. I'm merely acting in self-defense. After putting away my mace and police-grade stun gun, I left the back alley. Hey, Kikuchiryo, how are things today? Gloves. Your gloves are dirty. Oh, you're right. They are. I didn't notice. What were you doing before I came here? Before you came here? Who knows? I'm not sure myself. You're just dodging the question. I made a grin and acted like it was nothing. By the way, there's this new cake place in town. I'm sure Midori would love it too. Are your hands hurt? Let me treat... No need. Natsume? I didn't care what happened to my body. There was only one thing I wanted to protect. I mean... I wonder... Once he leaves the story for good, once it ends, does whoever owned the body come back into their own body? I mean, like, I wouldn't want to, like, destroy this body. Because what if the person that I basically stole this body from, if they come back, you know, I don't want to give them a broken body. There was only one thing I wanted to protect. As long as you're happy, it's all good. I felt a red, dense cloud gather behind me. Stop following me. Huh? Stop waiting for me outside school and stop walking after me. Well, why? You reek of blood. I know he's supposed to be dead, but there was a time when I thought that you might have been Natsume. But now I know that it's just me overthinking it. You're nothing like him. That sensei blush rushed my head. The next thing I knew, I was grabbing him by the shoulders. How am I different? How am I so goddamn different from Natsume? I tightened my grip, but Kikuchiro didn't even blink. That's not the right response to that. Can't you figure it out on your own? What a shame. Kikuchiro closed his eyes and used his free hand to punch him in the left cheek. Ah! I feel like I finally accepted it. Natsume is dead. I'm still so... The way... I don't know, is it just me? Am I overthinking this? But is the way that Natsume is, in quotation marks... Well, never mind. I guess it will make sense to put in quotation marks. Because Natsume, like this Natsume that they know also goes by the name Natsume. So... I guess quotation marks could like differentiate between the two Natsumes. But I feel like, I don't know, it kind of felt like the impression of the quotation marks meant that supposedly, you know, quote unquote Natsume is dead. But is Natsume really dead? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into that. But I finally become someone who can protect you. Why can't you see that? Oh? Did you get into another fight, bro? Shut up. It's got nothing to do with you. I do believe I did the right thing back there. Getting involved with him would only... Wait, no, you did the right thing. Oops. I do believe you did the right thing back there. Getting involved with him would only get you into trouble. What makes you think that? Well, he doesn't think much of violence at all. You saw those cold eyes of his, didn't you? That tongue sticking out from between his thin lips. It was the red of a person without a heart. Don't act like you. Oh, I do know. I'm your dad, after all. The only one who understands you. Hey, Ro. Enough. Aren't you tired? Don't you feel sad and empty? Let's stop this, okay? The funeral's over. There's no need for you to keep hurting yourself over it. You should dedicate your time to yourself. Kikuchu, damn. Looks like I can't escape this no matter how hard Looks like I can't escape this no matter how hard I try. That's why. That guy. Kikuchiro, that's enough. Huh? You? Why? Here? You can't stop yourself, right? Huh? In that case, you should be violent with me. What kind of joke is that? I walked towards a visibly confused Kikuchiro. Why? If you get violent with me, no one will come to retaliate, unlike with those delinquents. I crossed the earth-colored bodies. This isn't about whether someone retaliates or not. You've got nothing to do with this. Why would you make it so that you get hurt? I approached the dark sun that would burn my wings. Well, I do intend to fight back. I reached towards him. I never said it'd be one-sided, did I? You're not right in the head. I'll take that as a compliment. When the sun scorched his wings and let him fall to the ground, Icarus must have been the happiest he's ever been. The two of us walked through Tokyo streets. At an intersection, we stopped and waited for the signal to change. Look at them, all battered and bruised. The world's full of worthless people. They spend their days in empty idleness. They exist, but they don't really live. I'm one of them. Yeah, that's true. I'm just as worthless as you are. I see. The same can be said for everyone else. We're all worthless. As the traffic light changed color, the people around us all began to move. The sound of their footsteps was almost grating. As people's lives intertwine, some in them will begin to gradually chisel down. An endlessly precious, intimate something that we were all born with. The cold air made the wound above my eye sting. Does it hurt? Not really. Acting all tough will make the pain go away. Like you the one to talk. I know you felt each and every one of my blows. Tell me ridiculous. The way you speaking says otherwise. Look, I wasn't trying to get you to shut up. The red eyes that would so often annoy me became gorgeous, glittering rubies when I squinted. We had a fight just now. We both went all out, ready to break each other's bones. Banishing all but the faintest trace of common sense from our minds, we kept on pummeling each other until we both started spitting blood. Goodness gracious. I couldn't even tell if the pain in my palm was from him punching me or from the impact of me hitting him. The pain Kikuchiro gave me, and the pain I gave Kikuchiro, they all melted into one within me. Man, this hurts like hell. Same here. The white breaths of air we exhaled dispersed between the high-rise buildings. I gently looked at Kikuchiro's smiling face. In those eyes of his, I saw the ferocity we were all born with, some that's been within us for millennia. Midori. Hello. When I called out to her, Kikuchi Midori quickly hid behind her brother. Oh, did I scare you? Don't worry, she's always like this. She acted differently the last time we met, though. I suppose time and place do matter. It was more than her startled glance than just the fear of strangers, and it made me feel a little uncomfortable. I feel like she knows that you've been fighting. Here. Oh, right. Making an exasperated expression, Kikuchiro reached into a first aid kit to take out some antiseptic gauze. That hurts. Of course it does. It does. And yet, Kikuchiro, I don't think I'm mistaken. You mean my bad habits can't be fixed without you doing stuff? Without you doing stuff like, without you doing stuff this extreme? That's not what I meant. I think that your conviction that violence is bad is what's weighing you down. Is what's weighing down on you. What are you trying to say? Violence is evil, isn't it? It is, but it's a powerful expression of strength, and it can be good if used right. Don't you agree? Look, I don't know if what you're doing comes naturally to you, or if there's some kind of motive behind it. But making a person treat the wound they create is something a devil would do. Despite the awkward goodbye, I felt that Kikuchiro had become more open with me after that day. There's no end to this. Come on, don't say that. The year's about to change and we're making progress. It's so close. Let's rest. We just did. You don't have any right to say that. Natsume. Yes? Can we go for a sponging? Sure. Guys, we'll go to the back alley for a bit. Sure, okay. What's a sponging? Boom, plam, pow. We're back. Yep. Why are you covered in bruises, Natsume? What happened? Well, you know, this and that. Wait, Rio's not looking too hot either. You think? You're probably just imagining it. More importantly, what happened in the year 1787? The temple reforms. Oh, you way off. What actually happened that year was... Oh, what's a sponging? What is the temple reforms? The temple reforms an array of economic policies introduced between 1847 and 1843 by the Tokugawa shogunate in Japan. He was off, right? Yeah, because it says that happened in the 1800s. I don't like being the only one doing the punching. Build some mass. Huh? 99, 100, there. Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Like Haruki, not Haruki. Minato was the only one that has something to say. It's the only one that notices stuff. The other characters are just, it's just them being them. Don't worry about it. Now it's time for push-ups. We're still doing it? It's too early for a break. I'm already 23. More like still only 23. Now start those push-ups. Eat. I'll make you do this until you're able to punch me. There's no way. He was so snotty and pitiful. My face is all relaxed. I wonder if the sponging's working on me too. Rio? Are you back? Yeah? Come over here for a bit. Oh. More blood. Why? Ro? MAMIYA? Your mother punched you, now you're bleeding. How sad. It's fine. You have me. Even if everyone else in the world mistreats you, you'll always have me, your dad. Mamiya, relax. It's okay. I'll stay by your side, just like you wanted me to. Training's canceled for today. Huh? Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry. I'm just a little sleepy is all. Is your part-time job that tiring? It's not that, but it's also not something you need to worry about. Kikuchiryo. It's all fine. It was Mamiya. Little by little, Mamiya was chipping away at his heart, wearing it down. A red sky, heavy clouds. A feeling of inescapable oppression came over me. Shall we go? I asked him that, but didn't say where. I would do whatever I could for his sake alone, and I was certain he understood that. He passed through the withered trees. The fallen leaves scrunched underneath his feet with a pleasant sound. Meanwhile, the setting sun stretched over our shadows, making them almost blend in with the trees. Let's do it. Huh? He handled a single acorn. He handled a single acorn in his hand. I found myself staring at the smooth surface and bilaterally symmetrical form. Were you looking for this? Is that why you've been quiet all this time? Got a problem with it? No, I just thought that you might have started to hate me. Is that what you've been thinking about? Well, I mean, as I lowered my eyebrows, Kikuchi spent a few moments in thought before continuing. If it ever happens, just say it. Huh? If you ever feel like I started to hate you, I mean, and for the record, I don't hate you. I'll tell you straight up how I feel, so if you're ever worried, just ask. I don't want to be misunderstood, especially by you. Thank you. Oh, the bonding. Anyway, what's with the acorn? It's the prettiest one I could find. If Midori was here, she would probably pick this one and give it to you. But why? His eyes widened in surprise. Not my question. It must look like a cat. Finding something you like will make you want to share it with someone else. It's not my opinion, by the way. It's just what I think Midori would do. Oh, right. Midori's presence always helps me. Oh. He hadn't taken my hand back then. I knew full well that he couldn't escape from that home. Midori always finds something wonderful in the sceneries I tend to just ignore, including the ones in our gray, monotonous lives. With Midori, anything can become a treasure hunt. By looking at the world through Midori's eyes, I'm able to keep my pride as a person without giving up on life. Oh, that's so sweet. I wasn't able to pick up on what he was saying, what he was thinking just then. He was 2 steps behind me. Keeping the same distance, he silently followed me from behind. Suddenly I turned to face him. He was looking right at me, just as he had up until now, and I hope he will continue going forward. The northern wind passed between us. The sun was dazzlingly bright. His short, wavy locks danced gracefully in the wind. I know your gentle side. I know you're no less kind than Midori. Thanks. The 2 of us then went to an amusement park. I didn't know why, but the place felt older and more desolate than it had been in the writings. You don't have to be an older brother today. Take it easy. I like this one. You don't have to be an older brother today. I'm 23. That makes me 6 years older than you. So feel free to rely on me, alright? I try to give him a smile. Oh, Kikuchi blush. Rare moments of Kikuchi blushing, I love. I was surprised by how little resistance he displayed. There. Let's go there next. I want to do the let's do the free fall again. Just how many more times are we gonna do this? With us being the only ones here, we could go on as many rides as we wanted. Still. Kikuchi, yo, we're riding way too many screamers. That's because I like them. You didn't strike me as a type that would. Well, I couldn't exactly ride them when we dory around, you know. Oh, I suppose that's true. You're the one who said I didn't have to be the older brother now. That's why I'm letting you spoil me. Oh, he's so cute. I love him so much. He's so cute. Right. Uh-huh. Huh. Did that mean things were actually going well? Yeah. Kikuchito's adorably honest nature helped me handle the free fall until the eighth time. Goodness. After that, though, I can't take this anymore. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, at least I want to believe I am, but... Ugh. Okay, stay put and rest here. I'll go get you something to drink. Thanks. I took off my tight coat and sat down on a bench, hoping it would help alleviate some of the nausea. There was no one else here. It seemed a bit more lively when I saw it in writing. Oh, a balloon. I started following it with my eyes. There was no way of knowing where the balloon would end up after it had been let go. It would simply vanish into the distant sky. Yet you let go of Rio's hand. The voice behind me sent a chill down my spine. A fierce gust of wind swept by, and among the dancing balloons I saw a familiar figure. A yellow sky, a faintly golden hue, a deserted amusement park, youth brimming with desire. Welcome to my domain. MAMIYA! An amusement park? How very thoughtful of you. It is, after all, a place filled with the dreams of children, a space seemingly cut off from the rest of the world. It's what Ro truly wants, and only I can grant him what he desires. You're wrong. The only thing you can grant him is death, and that's not what he wants. Oh? And what do you really know about him? Do you have any idea what became of his childlike innocence after it was pushed aside by pain and responsibility? Well, do you? I mean, do I? I don't actually. Let's be honest, I don't. So let's save. I don't know how the transition. I know how he feels now about it, kind of, but I don't know how that transition was. I don't. Let's see. I don't, but it's something I will find out. I want to know, but if his life ends, that won't happen. I don't want everything to end without me knowing anything about him. So, what do you think is it that he actually wants? A longing, a future. 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 Huh. A longing, a future. I don't know. What does he want? A longing, a future. The future's bleak in his eyes, to be honest. Does he want a future? I need to turn this air off. It's cold it's cold outside, it's wintertime. And the air's on in this dorm. I don't need the air to be on. I need to turn it off. It's cold in here. I need to find a way to get the thermostat working, but I can't get it to work. But let's see. Long in the future. Um, I don't know. This is hard. I don't know. Let's see. Did I say it already? No, I didn't. Okay. Um, I don't know. Let's see this. I don't know. This is I don't know. Let's see. What he needs is a long in. A long a long in? In that case, I can provide more than enough. You cannot hope to match me on that. I hate to admit it, but Mamiya was right. Okay. Well, that was wrong then. Let's see. Future. Well, this was right. I should have. I mean, that should have been obvious. Actually, That should have been obvious. I don't even know why I even thought that was the wrong answer. What he needs is a future. People can come together if they, even if they're not family, share no common memories. Well, I get that it can be difficult to live with someone who's led a different life and holds different values. Because of that, it's easier for people to talk to their own fantasies. After all, they give the answers they want to hear, just like you. And isn't that just fine? Or are you denying? The thing is, even with all its pain and hardships. Ooh, look at this. I still believe that forming connections with other people is something to be cherished. If you were all alone in this world, you wouldn't have anyone to share your toys or worries with. You just end up getting crushed under the weight of your own emotions. The road may be fraught with obstacles, but I do think that we must try to live side by side with our fellow men. That's how people born into this world are meant to live. I see. I get exactly what you're trying to say. What you mean is that you want to change, don't you? The question seemed to echo from the depths of hell itself. I want to change him. Yes, I want to change him. I didn't know the face of this rabbit child. However, he had the aura of someone who had given up on it all. He was looking straight at me. It was the look of someone staring at a being akin to a balloon, something full of emptiness. I see. We may eventually become nothing more than memories. Nothing more than memories. We cannot betray those who need us. When they seek us out, we want to show them kindness. It's to make up for all the suffering they had to endure at the hands of those who possess physical bodies. If only I had my own body, I could make them so much happier. Excuse me, we missed the final bus for the day, and not to worry, sir. We have free rooms available. I'll be happy to show you the one. In the end, we decided to spend the night at a lodging house near the amusement park. Fortunately, there were free rooms, and we were taken to one of them, which admittedly was a bit too large for just the two of us. As I excitedly examined the room, the young man was sniffing around like a cat. Oh no, it's just a bit of a habit. Huh? Okay. Good night, Dan. Yeah, good night. I suddenly woke up. Going by the darkness, it was still nighttime. Needing to go to the bathroom, I went to the sliding door and... Wait, what are you doing? Found Kikuchiro standing outside. I'm standing guard. You just couldn't sleep, could you? The smell of this place is new to me. I can't sleep if I don't know the smell of a room. And since I couldn't sleep, I figured I might as well make myself useful. Ugh. The stuff I hear him say just hurts me so much. So full of trauma. Like um, he has a fear of eating because he doesn't like stuff entering inside of him. He can't sleep in a new place if the smell is not familiar to him. It's like, ugh. I can only imagine how terrible his childhood, how much worse that we don't see right now. How much worse his childhood was. I must have been. It's so terrible. I hate that so much. You paid for this place, and then I went and wasted it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's take a walk outside. The chilly air outside felt pleasant. It neatly caressed our cheeks with its cool fingers. The two of us continued inhaling deep breaths in silence. What could be waiting for us beyond that hill? Did he know? Did he know the answer to that? Yukijiro said nothing. He merely looked into the distance with those clear, amber eyes of his, occasionally blinking when the wind tickled his eyelashes. What could be waiting for us beyond that hill? Are you tired? Not really. We just kept walking. We had no idea what awaited us. It could have been a terrifying monster that would swallow us both. I would swallow both of us whole. Or it could have been a dark, endlessly stretching desert. Regardless, we had no choice but to press on. We ate the warm soup we had bought at the vending machine we passed by. Relief washed over me in waves. It's good. Kikuchiro was still not saying anything. But when I looked at him and the pale white breaths he exhaled, he did seem somewhat at peace. At school, you always reminded me of a caged bird. He did nothing but gaze through the window. He had always been closer to both life and death than anyone else, and lived a pure life with no room for either entertainment or boredom. I always found that both intense and a sign of strength. Yeah. Kikuchiro, look! A star shone bright up into the sky, almost as if to compete with the dark clouds. Oh, this is so pretty. I love the CG. You shine as fiercely as the first star in the sky. Oh, that's so sweet. You don't blend in with the other stars, though. You're too dazzling for that. You burn as bright and as strong as your life allows. And that's why I know that you'll be able to bear whatever burden you're carrying right now. You're strong, and you know the makings of a proud, resolute heart. But there's something I want you to always remember. You're never alone. It might be difficult for you to say it to someone like me, though, especially considering the ideals you hold yourself to. But mankind is more fragile than anyone realizes. If you feel like you're about to buckle under the pressure, share your pain with someone else. Let them in. They won't be bothered. So have the courage to rely on others. It might make you feel awkward or sorry, but there's no reason to worry. People are more accepting than you think. And why is it bad if they're not? And wait. And why is it so bad? Yeah, I said that right. Your moments of weakness, as well as your ugliest sides, they're just as much a part of you as your strength or tenacity. They all make up who you are. So don't let your ideals crush you. And when you open up about your pain to someone, make sure to accept their sadness when they share their grief with you. It might not happen right then and there, but sometime later down the road, and you might feel a little awkward about it, but don't forget your own pain. Treasure yourself and those around you. I want you to be thankful for the miracle of being born into this world. Ah, I see. Connections, truly connected with Dio. That was like, when I first read that speech in the original, I was so impressed. I was like so shocked with how inspirational Natsume was. Like, wow, that's so deep. That's so deep. I didn't know he was so inspirational like that. I was inspired just by listening to him too. I didn't know if I was able to sleep peacefully back at the lodging house. Even so, even so, as I waited for the morning sun, I hoped that he was at least a little bit at ease. Sadly, the path leading home from the lodging house was darkened by clouded skies. Here. What is this? A balloon, as you can clearly see. I'll take it. Oh? What? I'm surprised by how honest you're being. I've always wanted one. I knew I would get in the way, but I've always wanted to grab a balloon on my way from the amusement park. Ro, I'm simply where your happiness is. All I wanted was to be your dad. Have a balloon. It's a little something to protect you from your way back home. On your way back home. It may end up deflating by tomorrow, but it'll protect the child in you until you get home. Treasure it and make sure it doesn't fly away. Yeah, sometimes not to make him easy. He could be pretty smart, pretty reasonable, pretty intelligent, pretty impressive. But other times not to make it's just a little bit of an airhead. But that's what makes him cute. That's what makes him cute. But also, something that I'm noticing is that all the Mamiyas, I have to go back and look at Tojo's at the end of Tojo's route to see what his Mamiya says after our confrontation. But at least I see from this stream that Morichika's Mamiya and Kikuchi's Mamiya, they both seem, once they see that Natsume has won them over, they seem to be like relinquishing, like they seem to be giving up they custody, as maybe that's the word for the custody of Haruki and Ryo over to Natsume, and seemingly, I'm still skeptical because I don't trust them, but they seem to be hoping for the best interest, like genuine best interest for the characters, in the sense that, like, I'm trying to say, it seems like they care more for their best interest, that they don't really, if they choose Natsume's path, they're willing to let them go to Natsume's path and hope and wish the best for them on that path. They're not trying to force their idea of the best option through death on them if Natsume is able to win them over, you know. So I'm curious, like, do they genuinely care about these characters, that they seem to be okay with Natsume winning them over and wishing them the best of luck on their new life? I'm curious about that. I'm curious about that. Goodbye, Mamiya. Goodbye. Kikuchiryo didn't turn around. Tokyo during the year in which the world was prophesied to end. I don't know. I'm still will always have a side eye. I'll always be looking at the Mamiya sideways, no matter what they do. But I'm willing to keep an open mind if y'all prove to be not as bad as y'all seem to be. But I'm still looking at y'all sideways. Tokyo, during the year in which the world was prophesied to end. The fourth Friday of the final month of the year. Natsume's memorial mass had ended, and the participants went to his grave. Kikuchiryo stood in front of the church, his eyes gleaming with a fiery hue. Are you okay? What do you mean? Well, you kind of look like you haven't slept much recently. I was actually so nervous I couldn't get a wink of sleep. You couldn't tell that by the way you standing. Though, used to try to think things through. I see. The young man pressed his lips tightly together. That brief glimpse of innocence, so thin for someone his age, put my heart at ease. Let's go visit Natsume's grave. Yeah. The public cemetery was in an open area, some distance away from the church. Various graves were lined up in a clouded area sprinkled in green. We stopped in front of one. It was just like all the others, lacking any distinguishing features, and it belonged to Natsume Soichiro. In other words, me. A strong gust of wind blew past us. Even so, Kikuchiro stood tall and resolute before the grave, showing no hint of fear. The accessory he chose to give Natsume was a ballpoint pen. Is this a ballpoint pen? Yeah. I hadn't expected him to choose something like that, but I did my best to hide my surprise. Natsume once lent me his ballpoint pen. We sat close, so I happened to borrow it, and in the end, he told me to just keep the thing. At first, I thought I'd give him back the same one he lent me, but then I realized something. In accepting the pen, it's essentially become mine. So giving it back would have been like rejecting his kindness in a way. But why a ballpoint pen at all? Well, Natsume's always come off to me as a scholarly type. Oh wow, he sees Natsume as being smart. That's nice. I used to consider school to be a waste of time. I just didn't think I needed it in my life. But if I wasn't a student, and if Natsume hadn't picked the same school as me, we would have never met. As much as I hated how suffocating that school was, I figured I should treasure it for his sake. This pen may not be much compared to the one he used, but I think that things might have been different if I could return the kindness he did. I wasn't able to give him back anything. That's not true. Kikuchiro shook his head. It's why I want to give back what he gave me in the future. I'll treat those who had always looked out for me with kindness and warmth. I want to brighten their lives the same way Natsume brightened mine. You're the one who taught me that I still had the capacity for such things. Oh, for a brief moment, I felt like Kikuchiro had the faintest of smiles, and a soft expression, gentle, much like the cat's fur. So this pen is like a promise. I see. Kikuchiro had accepted his days as routine and carried the weight of his own strength. If he had finally discovered the kindness within himself, I could ask for none more. I'm sure he'd be glad. We looked at Natsume's grave for a good while before finally walking off. Come on, Kikuchiro, let's go. This is the first time that he hadn't stopped to just monologue like a main character. He's actually taking the initiative to get on with the rest of their day. I have to make food once we get back home. Oh, mind if I tag along? Don't be silly. I was about to ask you for your help anyway. You count me as family now? Dumbass. Ow! Just so you know, I have pretty high expectations of your cooking. Challenge accepted. I had no idea what awaited us beyond the hill. Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, I spoke too soon. Beyond the end of the story. However, it's fine. I'm sure you'll draw up a wonderful world. I believe in you. Okay, there we go. I was like, wait. This is not the Natsume I know and love. But I just had to wait a couple more seconds. Come on, hurry up. We're late for the sale. Huh? We're running? Whoa, slow down. You're going too fast. Let us go then and find out what awaits us beyond the light. There we go. That's Natsume I know. Ending. Side Kikuchiro. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure this kind of ending made your friend happy? Alright, you may just end up bathing in your happiness without knowing the truth, spectator. Yeah, now we can finally talk about us. That's different. He didn't say that before. Wait, is that new? He didn't say that last time. He didn't say that. That's new. Wait. Now we can finally talk about us. Isn't that different? Maybe go back. Um, let's try. Ooh. Yeah, let's try this. I'm about to go back to Monochika Haruki. Skip. Come on. Oh, I forgot about this one too. Okay. I don't know how much to skip. Okay. Stop skipping. Stop skipping. Okay. Enter. Okay. Well, actually, I could have just skipped to the end because it has this little wait screen before we get to the before we get to Yumehisa. Okay, so let's see what he says. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure this kind of ending made your friend happy? Alright. You may just end up bathing your happiness without knowing the truth, spectator. Yeah, he just ends on that note. Yeah, that's different. That is different. He doesn't say, now we can finally talk about us. Why did he say that at the end of Kikuchiryo or not at the end of Suokeito? Or maybe he just says that because there's only one left and that's Suokeito after that? I don't know. Why does he say that? That's interesting. Why does he say that at the end of this one? I'm confused. Okay, I want to see what would happen if I said I do? I do. Deception. Deception pushed to the limit is nothing but recklessness. Wait. I do. Okay, yeah. Deception pushed to the limit is nothing but recklessness. I'm both a spectator and an adult older than you. So that's the position you're taking. A spectator, an outsider to the story, descended all the way down here. And is now acting like the bastion who will save the story. That is a duty I'm supposed to fulfill. My ultimate wish as a spectator is that he can continue to embrace his memories in safety. Oh, I found something that you didn't notice too. I didn't know the face of this rabbit child. Okay, I feel like I've read that already. Okay. I felt like he had the look of someone giving up. He had the aura of someone giving up at all. He was looking straight at me. Balloon, something full of emptiness. I see. We still go to the final bus. Is it the same thing? We just get different dialogue. And we just don't get to see the balloon sprite. Okay, so we still get to see this. So in Morichika's, we didn't get to see like the hot to hot moment, but we still get to, we can still see it even if we choose I do in the beginning. Interesting. Okay, well, it is almost 3 hours to the stream, and we finished both our boys, Morichika Haruki and Kikuchiryo. We almost filled up the screen. Back to how it was at the beginning. I miss seeing them all on the screen. I was sad seeing the screen bear, which is Natsume by himself. He needs to have the company of his boys around him. Yeah, so next time we can go right into Suo and probably we can, let's see, let's look. We got chapter 5, chapter 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if we're about to finish the whole chapter in that stream. We might. We probably could. But yeah. But we'll definitely finish Suoketo next time. And we'll probably get near the end of the chapter. So we'll have either one more stream of Downfall next stream or the stream after that. And then we'll be going to Doomsday Dreams. And I finally can get caught up with all y'all who know the end already. I've been dying to see how it ends. So we're getting closer and closer. So, was there anything else? No, that's not what I have to do. Oh, I wanted to check this. CG music list. Oh, so they got the names right here. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. Let's see if I know any of these. When You Leave, Sergei Khereminisov. That sounds like a Russian person. Egg. Music Egg. Oh, wow. So here's all the music right here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. I know Sergei Rachmaninoff. I know Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. There's a lot of Russian composers on here. Oh, I know Johann Sebastian Bach. I only know the classical. I know Ludwig van Beethoven. Those are the only music. Those are people I know. Only the classical musicians. I don't know any of these other musicians. I'm gonna have to look these people up. Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's nice. I'll go look through these on my own time. But yeah. So I want to thank all y'all very kindly for coming, and all y'all that might be watching later on. Thank all y'all very kindly for watching this back. You said Kai Engel is your favorite, and Lunos? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Kai Engels and Luno. On Wednesday we will be doing Psychedelica. Friday we'll be doing Our Life, Beginning to Always, which I'm excited to do more of again. And then Sunday will be The Forest of Drizzling Rain again. And then I will let y'all know probably by Sunday, I'll let y'all know what will be happening next week as far as how the week schedule will go with my debut and stuff like that. But I hope, this is my hope, my plan is for Monday to have my debut introduction. Then I'll have a premiere of my music video that we can watch along together, and then maybe after that we'll have an after party for my song, and I could probably show y'all my raw vocals, other vocals, the other singer that's with me. It's not just me. I also have someone sing background vocals with me. Her voices are so beautiful, so you'll be hearing her as well. So probably show y'all the raw vocals. I had to ask her permission if I can show them, but I bought them, so maybe I could show them without asking for permission. What else? I could probably show you some, just other behind the scenes stuff that I was doing in the after party. So yeah, I'll have to see how this next week's schedule will have to work with all that. But that's probably how it'll be. Probably introduction stream, and then like a watch along premiere, the music video, and then an after party stream. And then I'll see what else we probably do. But I hope it's really fun. So yeah. So I will probably see y'all later this week. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or your night. So y'all come back now, you heard me.